Hi, my name is Jacob Kahn. I'm going to read from my book, A Circuit of Yields, Conventional Wisdom for Giants, recently out from E.M. Wolfman Books in Oakland. It's a bunch of entries. It's a guidebook for giants. Housing. A giant should not build a house on the outskirts, out of long, narrow skirts, out of stolen cotton, cinnamon skirts, where the wind is stronger and shirts are tucked in. Brand new nervous shirts out of blue shirts downtown. A giant should not build a house from busty decision cloth or decision wood or rough bricks of indecision. Should not build a house just to make a decision, when the pressure's on or when Cupid clouds gather, when bees make a silver house out of rocky olives or when cotton blots the orchard and needles across it like a clock. Needless to say, a giant should not build a house from clocks. Should not build a house for time that is an allegory for time, for solid weight and extended conversation, for a lifetime lived, unsure whether to pause or meander, to rip open a lamb of pearls or just play the harp. A giant should rather not build a house that is even a little bit allegory, for allegory is potent and toxic to giants. They sever easily. They are no good at the sport of interpretation. They will vomit melons that are lemons pumped full of dread. They will constantly agitate and foam polarizing views. A giant should never interpret or build a house out of answers, out of grandfathers piled high into silos. It is hard to build a house out of grandfathers, and a giant can't even decide which of three stumps to rest on, which childhood to graze. And so a giant lays down. It just lays down, and that ends a day. Clocks. A giant, for that matter, should not use a clock, reuse it or check. Use a set of spirals or system half-iterated, a system with root and with moon, with spilt moon or moon at the top. Should not spill out a sad system of merely jets, a jet stream or sunburn or jotted down cloud, a single stretched thing which peels and then fades, a pink squeezed by pearl. So many parts moving, clocking, so many moving parts to a clock. A giant should not keep in mind a young clock, a clock finding its way, its means without end, for a giant too has no end, no sense of where it is, or what, dangerous though timely, not timid, unwrapping a bird, a robin, by glove, a robin, this jar on a cushion, this jar in which it softs. Sickness and health. Should a giant get cancer, talk to cancers, to journeymen or archivists? Should it watch over the pulp mill or employ itself with salvaged hands? Should it arrange in no fortuitous order, garnet, cotton, dahlia, mint, in order to move from one city to the next, hill to hill? Should it wonder how time can be money, how anguish can yield, growing deaf with dulcet refrain, passive as a wagon, nauseous as a sedan? Should it clamber about feistily? Should it translate? Should it lick the minerals from a paleontologist's brow? Sequoia and aloe. Fate or fortune, a tough year for imperative moods, especially marks, especially tigers transitioning to rooftop spiders.